Okay, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. I'm getting my Kevin Garnett on. It's Area 21, hoodie time, you know what I'm saying? Uh, um, this video is entitled, I tried to do it last night, The Effects of Power Drunk Parenting. So, what I mean by this is there are parents out here who having children is their introduction to power. So they go too far as parents, and then it affects the kids' lives and how they interact with society and how they become parents and have kids. So you would say you got the parents that, in my opinion, say, "Do as I say, not as I do." You know, because they want to do whatever they want to do and do it in front of their children and not be a real adult and do their shenanigans off to the side. They want to tell their children, this is wrong, but I'm going to do it all the time and I'm going to do it in front of you because I'm your parent, right? And then at the same time, they want the kids have to accept it. And then when their kids grow up doing the very same things that they did unapologetically in front of them, then they turn right around and be like, I want you to be better than me. You wasn't a they may actually be better than you. You just didn't know you was that bad, you know. And the other thing is, then you have people who are how should I say, they want to be the complete opposite of you do as I say, not as I do parents. And what ends up happening is there's going to be a falling out because they didn't do what you did, but because you were power drunk as a parent. Then what happened was when you became when they became an adult, they don't rock with you because you still want to live in the energy. I can do what I do as I say, not as I do, and they're like, I got a choice now. I'm not a child no more. You do what you want to do, but you ain't gonna do it around me, and you ain't gonna bring it around my family. Now, if you gonna have to do as you say, you know, do as I say, not as I do at your own house with your own friends, because I'm done with that. You know, and that causes a rift. You know, because you either gonna make somebody just as bad as you, or sometimes they could be worse because guess what? Your bad is their normal. You feel me? Then you got the parents who too hard, you know, too hard, and the effects of their power drunk because they don't know when to back off, you know, because I want you to be successful, but you don't. And what I mean by too hard is when it's not their dream, you force it down their throat. You see, I think if a child tells you, train the child the way you want them to go. If they, if they don't have a direction. But if they have a dream and a direction and you just want to push them in a different direction, you're a power drunk parent because that's not what they want. Their heart will never be in that. And you're actually going to make it worse. And the effect is they might wind up being a quitter in life every time things get hard because they're going to go back to when you were too hard on them. It's something that they didn't want to do. They'll never find a passion because they may never find a passion because you never let them explore their passion. Okay? Another effect, another power drunk parent is the parent that's too lenient. They everything is okay. Everything is cool. Everything, there's no consequences for anything. The people who always like to say, it doesn't matter, and those it doesn't matters add up. And then it adds up to a horrible life for your child because what winds up happening, they go out into the world thinking they could do whatever they want and say whatever they want and treat people however they want, and it doesn't matter. And they find they get caught up in a rude awakening, because when you as a power drunk parent who wants to be laissez-faire and oh, free spirit, let's all love and because I'm the parent and I'm in power, I'm gonna teach this child to do whatever it feels like doing, no matter who it affects. And then, now you have a person going out in life negatively affecting people, not understanding why people don't want to mess with them. And then when they learn it, you as a parent might learn it the same time they as an adult might learn it, that ain't the best way to go. And a lot of times with that free-spirited mentality, you never fix the things you break, because it doesn't matter. So you never really took the responsibility of saying, I need to fix that. I need to apologize about that. I need to, I need to right that wrong, because it doesn't matter. And then when people say, I ain't messing with you no more, something happened to me. It doesn't matter what happened to you. I don't care. That's the effect of it, right? Another power drunk parent is a parent that doesn't want to be in their child's life and takes, because I'm your parent, whenever I show up, that's good enough. And that's a certain amount of power, or these people are doing a good job raising my child, so I'm gonna just I ain't gonna, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because my power is I want to come and go as I please. And the effect of that is you teach abandonment, and you got kids growing up who can easily walk away from their kids and show up to take pictures because it's been done to them. It's their norm. And they feel like they can repeat that norm if they don't want to do the heavy lifting of parenting. And for some people might put a gender to that. I'm not putting a gender to anything. But that's the same deadbeat dads that you're talking about, and the same mothers who throw the kids off on the rest of the family to raise them. That's the same person. Then you have the power drunk parent who doesn't want the other parent involved. That you got to protect your child, and you got to undermine the other parent, and you have to always have the power to be looked at as the hero in the story. Good cop, bad cop thing. What winds up happening is that child grows up to learn how to be a manipulator like you. And at the same time, that child's going to grow up to hate your guts if it doesn't enjoy being a manipulator. Because then it's going to be like, I spent so much of my childhood and teenage years riding for you because you were on my side, when the whole time you were really undermining me, because everything you protected me from was really people teaching me how to be a functional adult. And you never, you only sheltered me from progress. And that's a problem. I'm protecting you, I'm holding you, I'm coddling you, and then they get out into the real world and they can't do anything. And then they're hoping that they hit the lotto in luck, and everything just falls into place. And that don't work for everybody. That don't work for 99% of people. And that's the effect of power drunk parenting. Because, just like the parent who want to come and go as they please, the parent who coddles are the same exact person in this way. They're not going to fix their bad parenting. No power drunk parent ever fixes their bad parenting. So the same lack of accountability, lack of responsibility, lack of atonement that the children have, they get from that parent who was power drunk. Because guess what? The parent ain't gonna fix it. They gonna just tell you, you grown. You figure it all out. when the job of them as a parent to raise you to be an adult was to give you the answers that you needed before, you know, before you were an adult. Now you taking a test and learning as you go when you should have known by now. You know, and that's the effect of power drunk parents. They sabotage their children being adults. That's why we have so many late bloomers in life. That's why we have so many people who are, when you become conscious, you go through so many different phases of consciousness, and then you wind up hitting a stage where you're like, wait, I'm too old to be. I was too old to be on that. When at that time I was too old to be on that. At that time I was too old to be on that, because you was always behind the curve, and you never got ahead of the curve because, guess what? You know, you was stuck in that power drunk parenting, and by the time you get ahead of the curve, you might be behind the 8 ball. So, you know, that's just my opinion on that. I had to do it again because you know what happened to the first one. We out.